Kidnapped journalists speak from unknown location. Finance Minister spoke on his own, says federal government. And Ajumogobia chairs UN debate. All this and more when we come back. This is Newsbeats on Internet Television International. I am Oluchi Madu. The kidnapped chairman of the Lagos State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Mr. Wahab Oba, was finally given the opportunity to speak from an unknown location where he and 4 others are being kept by a gang of kidnappers. In a telephone conversation with the national president of the NUJ, Mallam Mohammed Garba, he said the kidnappers had so far treated them well since they were kidnapped in Abia State on Sunday. But he urged Nigerians to pray for their quick release because there is nothing better than freedom. Part of the conversation between Oba and Garba was relayed to a delegation from the Lagos State government by the state NUJ Council Vice Chairman, Mr. Deji Elumoye. The Council of Lagos State Indigenes was at the NUJ Secretariat on a solidarity visit. The council called on the National Assembly to urgently pass the anti-terrorism bill pending before it as a way of fighting the scourge. In the recent war of words between the Minister of Finance and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the federal government yesterday distanced itself from claims of insolvency over the status of the NNPC credited to the Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Remi Babalola, saying that the minister might have misfired in the present circumstance. The government's decision on the matter came hours after Babalola declared that the troubled NNPC owed the Federal Accounts Allocation Committee a shortfall of about 450 billion naira in unremitted crude oil receipts and might not be able to pay the debt unless it is reimbursed. At the post-FEC briefing, Minister of Information and Communications, Professor Dora Akunyili, refuted the claims, insisting that the minister acted on his own. She said the government frowned at the minister's misguided statement, which it said was capable of sending a bad signal to the oil and gas business community. In another development, the Federal Executive Council yesterday approved the modification of the contract for the extension and resurfacing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. With the modification, the contract sum was reviewed downward from the initial 3.56 billion naira to 3.32 billion, thereby saving the government about 249.37 million naira. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dimeji Bankole, has called for collaboration amongst relevant stakeholders to enable Nigeria realize her dreams of developing nuclear technology, enhancing power generation, and boosting industrial growth. Speaking to the Chief Whip of the House, Emeka Ihedioha, while declaring open a public hearing on nuclear safety, security, and safeguard bill organized by the Joint Committees on Petroleum, Upstream, and Science and Technology, Bankole underscored the importance of cooperation between stakeholders.
Innovation, therefore, requires collaboration between policymakers and researchers. That is us and you. Except there is sustained interaction between these categories of professionals, we cannot have integrated approach to associated development in technology in the extractive and other related industries. Herein lies the added significance of the bill under consideration.
Bankole said Nigeria needed to explore some new areas of technology, not only to enhance its technological and economic growth, but to be able to safeguard its population from either natural or human-induced risks. Chairman House Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream, Basi Otu, explained why this new bill is especially necessary now.
Gentlemen, 9 years after the operations of the NNRA Act, the Act made up of 49 sections have been tested and found not to satisfy and meet with the international safety standards for radiation protection, nuclear safety, security and safeguards. Hence, this bill before us for consideration today.
The piece of legislation, tagged a bill for an act to repeal the Nuclear Safety and Radiation Protection Act No. 19 of 1995, enacts the Nuclear Security and Safeguards Act, and re-establish the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority, seeks to reduce to a reasonable level and in a manner that is consistent with Nigeria's international obligations the risk of nuclear technology to national security. It is also designed to protect individuals, society, and the environment against the harm harmful effects of ionizing radiation and for the safety and security of radioactive sources. Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Odeyin Ajumogobia, is scheduled to chair a high-level debate on preventive diplomacy tomorrow with member states of the United Nations present. The debate holding at the UN headquarters in New York is expected to be attended by foreign ministers of some African countries. On her assumption of office as Security Council President early this month, Ambassador Joy Ogu has said that Nigeria intends to put a spotlight on preventive diplomacy as a veritable tool for the promotion of international peace and security. And as for tomorrow's debate, Nigeria has chosen optimizing the use of preventive diplomacy tools, prospects and challenges in Africa as its theme. And that's all we can take on Newsbits on ITI. I am Oluchi Madu. Thanks for logging on.